I don't know.
Don't be a fucking
We're
podcast,
live,
Kevin.
by the way.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. Well, I was about to talk shit, dude. Like, don't be a podcast. Say something to me. I was like, I'm gonna replace it with Chris. I'm just joking. Just joking. I would never replace you.
Oh my, we are going to be in so much trouble.
Didn't know we were live. You should have said so. Like,
I was saying that. I was like, we are going to be live in like seconds. Of course, nobody's watching right now, so it doesn't really matter.
okay, should I send out a link or something?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Do you have a link? You want to put it on send it to me on Twitter?
Yeah. Hang on. Well, I already posted it on Twitter, but there's always a good idea to
Oh, okay.
put
I'll
it
find
again.
it. Okay, I'll find it. And then
Okay.
I'm trying to get people to make comments because I'm just like in a poor mood and I don't want to talk about Pete anymore, but they keep on talking about him. So I tried to change it to let's talk about, why, there's other shit. No.
Yeah, well, we are going to talk about the great Twitter debate on cleaning your ass.
Do we need to have that one?
Yes, because I think that is vitally important to today's news. And I put a don't forget to tip us. So
oh yeah, I need weed.
Yeah. Oh look, we have one of our first people who's watching us. Hello, Hydrosaur.
Got to find you on.
No, there's 2 people watching us. Oh, I feel so special. We're loved. Look at that.
Hey, humorless. Okay, here we go.
This is why you're gonna quit smoking weed, right? Because you cough.
Shit. No, I ain't.
Oh, you should have heard me earlier. I was swearing at my camera because it kept falling. I put more books down so that way it would stop, so I could like shrink it. All right, you finished tweeting that out?
Almost.
How long does it take you to tweet?
Oh, I think about it for a second. You know why my tweets are so beautiful? I think about it for like 35 seconds before I even write anything.
Oh.
Like 35, maybe 45 sometimes. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you didn't even notice I'm wearing makeup.
I did notice. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't think you wanted me to like say anything.
Oh, no, my face was all like splotchy.
Was it? I was.
Yeah, so I was all like, I'm going to put on a little bit of like foundation.
Oh, I should did it. I should have did it. Nope. In the comments section.
Well, it's Mother's Day and you're a mom, so you're allowed to dress however you want.
I am.
And because also you wash your butt.
I do. I wash my butt and my feet. I was in there scrubbing them with a brush yesterday because of that. No, yesterday or the day before, because of that stupid thread. I was washing my ass off. Like, oh my God, I can't believe these people. There's so many people that don't wash. And you know what? You sweat. Okay.
You do.
You sweat. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, people who are like, oh, I don't sweat. No, you do. And we can tell. So, all right. Well, while we're waiting for people to join up, and you've tweeted that out, so that way those people who don't watch Game of Thrones can join us. Because I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Is it on right now?
Yeah, it's probably on right now.
I do watch Game of Thrones, but I'm skipping the last season because I felt like it was going to suck. And I'm the only person doing that on Earth because I'm already pre-mad about how it ended.
Because it won't be satisfying no matter which way they go.
I'm never going to be happy with how it ends. He'll never finish the book because he's a fucking troll. And, fuck it. You know what I mean? He ain't going to finish this goddamn story. I'm just going to sit up here and be mad. And maybe I'll write fan fiction. Finish it myself. Something.
Well, that's why I created, because I found these 2 books to completely go off topic. And yes, we will actually get back to the topic list that I have there. But anyway, I created a scenario because I found these 2 books about women suddenly gaining powers over men. And one of them was women had the ability to control electricity a little bit. So they would have electricity, and it was based off of like an external organ that they developed after World War II. And then the other one was this spell created a fundamental shift. A woman could only have a baby if she actually wanted to have a baby, not because she wanted to because her parents said, if you don't, I will kill you. Or your husband said, if you don't, I will kill you. He actually has to make her feel good, and then she'll conceive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I told you about these last week. Yeah. So I came up with a different scenario. I was like, okay, what if we get another asteroid that hits planet Earth, and that means that women can control the elements? What would happen there?
Ooh, you know what? Men would be having to be doing what we asked them to do the first fucking time. Yeah. Not 3 weeks later and in a huffy mood.
After the 15th time you reminded them?
Mm-hmm. And then telling you, why do you always have to act like that? Or some shit. Yeah.
And I'll be like, because if I don't, I'll freeze your dick off.
You already start drama. That's what mine says. He is drama.
Yeah. Especially after what he did last week. Do I need to still kick his ass?
Yes, you do need to kick his ass because it's eternal. He's an eternal, eternal asshole. Hey, my man's an asshole, everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, we are, in fact, misandric. Okay?
Oh,
we are like totally misandric.
Duh. Like, isn't that the fucking point?
Yes. Yeah. Somebody was all like, you're being misandric. And it's like, yeah.
I wish. I fucking wish. Fucking matriarchy would be the beautifulest thing.
Well, it was funny in the second book or the first book that I talked about with the electricity, they started pointing out, it's like, well, we don't really need that many men, do we? Because after all, we only need like one man for like 10 women. So I was like, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that many men.
No, we don't.
Hey,
we do need to be really good looking and smart.
I just need to be taller and stronger because I need him to get things and grab things and pick things up and put that together. And hey, can you open this? I need all that shit done.
Yeah, and I was telling this to Buffont Becky, and she said, what if it's related to your sun sign or your astrological sign? And mine's Cancer, so I, of course, 1, I grow on people, and 2, I would have mastery over water. What's yours?
What would mine be?
Yeah, what is your sun sign?
Mine is Pisces.
Oh, so you would also be able to
I would make
water.
The blood inside of your body boil or make it freeze up so that your dick falls off.
Exactly. See, we would definitely be able to solve all of the world's problems once we were able to control the elements. We need to do this. Scientists, get on this. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the great Twitter debate of cleaning your ass. Oh my God. I was not a part of this because I was at work and they've put a kibosh on us using our phones at our desk most of the day. So I can't check Twitter like I used to.
Wow.
But when I'm on like break or something, I logged on and it was like everybody was talking about debating whether or not you wash your ass.
Yes. I do wash my ass. A lot of people, there were some dirtbag women out there who don't like to bathe. And to me, that's really disgusting. And then when she said she only goes, bathes like 2 times a week or something, like your coochie though, right? Like you do, what do? You just, yeah.
Well, I was just thinking it's like using soap.
She doesn't use soap. She doesn't use soap at all though. No, I don't mean just soap. I mean like body wash or whatever kind of fucking cleansing element. It doesn't mean anything like just soap. I mean like, what do you use for? It doesn't matter if it's soap or just cleanser or whatever, but use something. Something.
I mean, there is a delicate pH balance down there. So some women, if they do wash with soap, it causes an instant yeast infection.
On the outside, wash with soap. You don't wash on the inside with soap.
Yeah, outside, yes, 100%, definitely. But if you're going to need to wash on the inside, you probably should use something like an astringent, like a witch hazel or something. That helps, I think. I don't know.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I mean, I use a lot of witch hazel, so I won't say where, but I do. Yeah. So, we haven't watched. Have you watched the Airbender?
No, I haven't. What is that? Is it a cartoon?
Yeah, it's like a cartoon that they then made a live movie out of. And
I remember that.
People being able to control elements. But no, this would. No, I told you, Jesse, we were going to be doing this at 6 AZ time.
Ooh, AZ time.
I know. Oh, poor Jesse. Our intrepid reporter was on his honeymoon.
Is he still there?
Yes.
Sorry,
he went on his honeymoon and then they canceled his flight yesterday. So he was like, I'm not even going to get home until Monday. And it's like, oh, the tragedy of being stuck in Hawaii.
For real, I know. You're stuck somewhere nice and just take an extra day off work, baby. You're going to be fine.
He's currently in a mall.
Get some pineapples, get some mangoes, eat them, hang out on the beach, chill out, dude.
I know. To me, it's like,
we'll still be here when you get back.
Yeah. See, the thing that bugged me, but going back to the washing thing, the thing that bugged me was when Libby Watson was all like, I don't wash my legs.
I know what. Why not? Girl, it only takes an extra 10 seconds.
Well, to me, I was like, how do you not? I mean,
you're washing everything else. You're like, better skip the legs.
I'm not going to bend over. You don't even have to. You can just stick your leg on the wall and just scrub that way.
No, she's not even fat like me, so I don't really feel like she has an excuse.
No, she's not. She's slender and she should be able to do that. And if she doesn't want to do that, then take a fucking bath because then the water will do it for you.
And then get rinse off afterwards in the shower like a normal person.
I know. I mean, seriously. Now, Frank has explained to me that he believes that humans bathe way too much.
Frank is European at heart. Okay.
I would say he's definitely European at heart.
That's all that is. He must just be like, I should live in Europe. He should be in Greece.
Yeah.
Similar opinion.
But I told him that it's like, he bathes like whenever I come over, which is about every 6 months.
Shut up, girl.
And he got me that.
Shut up, girl. I hope he was dry as dust. Hope he's not a moist person.
Well, he lives in Santa Rosa, so sometimes it gets hot. Well, the only person he lives with is his dad, and his dad was a construction guy, so apparently smells don't bother him. And and Frank doesn't watch this show, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, good. My stepsister was like that. She worked for the Forest Service of Alaska, and she would not bathe unless she came over my house. Because she'd just go live in a tent. Oh God, Alaska is the weirdest fucking place. People fucking live in tents all winter. All winter long. Yeah, a tent.
And yes, Jesse, she's right.
I am right. Have a good time. You have more
Jesse
fun.
Just posted about how his wife thinks that he smells like a pile of shit if he doesn't bathe.
Duh.
And doesn't wash every inch of him. And I'm all like, yeah. I agree with that. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So that was the great washing debate, which is still sporadically going on Twitter. But you should get a bidet. If you can get a bidet, they're awesome. Right?
Yeah, I love it. I would need one. I have a bottle of water with the thing, but that's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's
not. Yeah. So okay, let's talk about some of the politics that happened because there was like Jesse's like, I gotta get out of here now that you're talking about how I smell.
Oh, by the way, Tom's is not real deodorant. Stop using it. Thanks. You stink.
Oh. Okay. I like use Secret or something. No, not
you, not you, but I'm just saying, just period. Hey, everybody, it doesn't work. Stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's talk about Cheato's lawsuits to stop Oversight. Have you been hearing about this?
What he's doing there is he's trying to use the court system to prevent his own records from coming out and getting used by the committees to investigate him. And I don't believe he has the right to do that.
Well, he has the right to do that. It doesn't mean that the judge is going to listen.
I don't believe as president he has the right to try to do that because he's trying to hinder the Congress from doing their due diligence and oversight. To me, I feel like he's doing something illegal by trying to stop the records from coming out. Because the reason he's trying to stop them is because he doesn't want the House to do oversight. But under the Constitution, the House has a job, a duty to do oversight. Mm-hmm. So him trying to prevent them from doing oversight is, to me, obstruction of justice.
Oh, yeah, all of this is obstruction. He's just racking up the violations.
I feel like it's an impeachable act, what he's doing right here. This whole thing is one continuous impeachable act. It's not what he was doing before, sure. Okay, but the stuff that they had in the Mueller report is more like a police report to me. It's like, we have some things listed. This is what's going on. And now we need detectives to go and investigate the shit that's in the police report. And there may be other shit and more shit. He might do some more criming while we're investigating. And that's what I see with him. He's going to do the bigger shit now. He's going to do the real shit now. This is where you're going to see him act the fuck out. And it's good. It's good. It'll show all those people that wanted to fucking, shake things up. This is shook up, bitch. You like it? Is that what you like? This is what you expected? Okay, well, it's about to get shaken up some more. Don't shake shit up. Stop shaking shit up. Yeah. It's not a motherfucking soda, and it's benign, and you can just wipe it up with some wet wipes. Okay, this is a American democracy. You don't shake that shit up. You work that shit, and you fix that shit, but you don't shake it up. Stupid.
I agree.
Get on my nerves.
Yes. So here's the fun stuff about this. One of the lawsuits has been assigned to one of the Obama judges.
That is great, because he seems like he's fast tracking it.
He is, in fact, fast tracking it. He said that there's a single question that's before the court. There's nothing else. It's just, does Congress have the right to do this? And he's like, I've been fully briefed. I don't really see why we need to do very much more. Let's have the trial. Make the arguments, call your witnesses, and then we move on from there. And as of right now, it looks like, yes, we are going to have an answer probably within the next few weeks. And the answer is going to be, duh.
Yeah, like his taxes, that's automatic. That's automatic. The Congress is supposed to have that. You're crazy. I don't know why he thinks that the imperial presidency is what I'm going to call this in retrospect when I talk about it. It's the first time a president really, really believed he was king. Believed it. He believes it.
Well, he believes that he gets to be a dictator. I don't know if he believes he gets to be a king. Although he would.
I remember when he wanted that parade in England.
Yes.
And then they didn't give it to him. How bummed out he was. That's what he wants. He wants all that pomp and circumstance of the aristocracy. That's what he wants. That would be, he would love it. Scepters and robes, crowns. Oh, God, man. Just the Lion King right there. Lying his ass off.
Yes, he is the Lion King. That's what we should call him on Twitter, Lion King.
I'm going to call him that forever. I'm going to get a picture of him as a cowardly lion and the Lion King. Just put him in there somewhere. Hey, somebody do that for me and send it to me. Thanks.
Yeah, do that. Creative people that are way better than that.
Otherwise, I'm just going to superpose it with my fucking Photoshop touch on my iPad.
Yeah. In the circle jerk of life.
It's not going to be professional.
No, it will not. So I think it's a good thing that we're going to get an answer fairly quick, because one of the reasons why he's filing these lawsuits is because he wants to go before the Supreme Court, and I don't know if he realizes he's not going to probably win.
I think he thinks that because he put he put his two guys on there, that since it supposedly it tilts, well, it does trend conservative, that he has to win. He doesn't realize that he is alt-right. He's not just right. So some of those judges, I don't think they like him very much. And Chief Justice John Roberts is not really his biggest fan.
No, and here's the thing with John Roberts. The reason why he basically fucked over the ACA, but kept it in place, even though I actually disagreed with him. I thought the individual mandate was unconstitutional, because I said, you can't force people to buy a private product.
Either. I didn't think it was constitutional either. I thought that we should have always had a public option so that you could force them to do that. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
and it's public. You can make them participate in a public program, but not some private program.
Exactly. And that's what I thought. I was like, I don't have a problem telling people you have to buy government insurance. That's fine. I mean, that's what Medicare is. Everybody has access to it, and everybody has.
And for this, we are centrist somehow.
I know. Anyway, but he knew that if he had found it unconstitutional, then that would have really gutted the ACA. And he even knew that this was a problem that definitely needed to be dealt with. Now, he put a ton of poison pills in it, and he'll do that too.
That's what he does.
The decision. But again, it's a one thing decision. It's a single question.
Yep.
Does Congress have a right to oversight?
Yes, they do.
And the fact that we know that this is going to be a 5-4 decision is disgusting.
It should be a unanimous decision. No, actually, one asshole should vote for him, Clarence Thomas, because that's the only motherfucker that should. Because fuck him, I don't like him, and I know he would.
Yeah, of course he would.
He's more for the white man than the white man. Even the fucking KKK be like, damn, dude, we don't have to go that far, Clarence.
I don't know about that.
Whatever. To you. I'm saying.
Yeah. And so apparently one of our peeps, Evil Limp 000 says we should withhold beer from Kavanaugh. And I'm like, that's probably a good idea. If we did that, then we might actually get an answer we want. Of course, we'd also cause delirium tremors, which isn't very nice, but fuck him. He deserves it. Yeah. So that's going to happen. And then what other lovely what other lovely thing happened this past week during one of the House Oversight hearings?
Oh God. Kamala dragged, what's his name? Oh, wait. Was that
That was the week before.
Oh, goddamn. What did I miss this week? What happened this week? I can't remember.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This week was filled with shit. Sorry. Filled with drama.
Well, yeah, it's because you were too busy paying attention to the lack of bathing by the left.
Yeah, being abused, but they don't bathe.
I know.
Fuck, you don't wash your whole body. Okay, no, I'm saying, okay.
It was the contempt hearing for Barr.
Yes, the contempt. I didn't watch it. Can you believe it?
I didn't watch it either. I just watched the snippets, the best parts, because it was a predetermined outcome. They were just basically pontificating.
Did he show up? No, huh?
No, he did not. And they're still trying to work with him. They're still trying to get the stuff that they want from him. It's just that it's taking longer and longer, and it's more and more difficult because, of course,
he's trying to slow it down.
Yeah, he's trying to basically obstruct justice himself, and that's why he was held in contempt. The difference is that, when Holder was held in contempt, he was held in contempt because he basically said to Congress, and we needed more of this from Democrats, that's it. Once I send you these documents, that's it. There's nothing further. You know this. I know this. You're just
they were looking for shit that didn't exist.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't prove a negative. Nothing happened that shouldn't have happened. Because I read an actual detailed explanation of what happened with Fast and Furious, that whole walking gun things.
Yeah.
The guy who was in charge of that, it ruined his career.
Yep.
Even though he had denied the idiot who did it.
Yep.
I mean, you have that kind of a situation where you have an underling who goes above you to get permission. And because he's a government employee, you can't fire his
somehow it's your fault because you are over him, even though you told him, fuck off.
So yeah, he said, absolutely do not do this.
Yeah, he told him that.
They kept trying to get the AUSAs or the U.S. attorneys to file the suits, charge these people.
Yeah, charge them with crime.
But he was here in Arizona, and of course, what is it here in Arizona?
Oh, good God.
We're practically obliged to have a gun with us at all times, including during sex.
Oh, wow, West.
You ever seen that movie, Scary? I think it was like either the second, third Scary movie where they're having sex and they're holding guns because there's a serial killer out. You ever see that?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was this really silly scene. So they're like, every time they switch positions, they're holding a gun so that way they can protect themselves if somebody comes and tries to kill them.
Fuck.
It's basically like that here. Okay, but close.
Alaska's pretty bad too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like to pull up my rape dot map where they show the red dots and just be like, what the fuck is going on? I go through the registry too. Why do I see people I know all the time? It's so fucked up. Like, why? Like, oh, that was my friend's dad. Wow. Oh, that was my friend's boyfriend. I remember he didn't really like her daughter. Ew. Yeah, like just horrible things go through your head. So Alaska's the rapiest state. Don't come up here. Okay, what I was going to ask you about that, the attorney general thing. Did Nixon have an attorney general go to prison?
I don't know. I think so.
I know
he had one fired, and that's one of the reasons why Robert Bork was considered to be kind of a lame. And I don't know how to do a donate button. I'm sorry. One day we'll have it, but that day is not today because we're actually we're gonna. I was gonna talk about this at the end of the show, but yeah, we're going to do a we're going to do a revamp of the show because we're switching over to live casting. So anyway, yeah, so we were talking about the AG for Nixon, and I don't know if any of them ever went to prison. I do know some of them went to prison. Some of his cabinet went to prison, but I don't think it was the AG because I don't think. Oh, one of the Nixon AGs did go to jail. Thank you.
I cannot wait to see Barr in prison. I feel like I could make a show tune about this, but I won't do it.
Well, that's the fun thing because it turns out that Nancy said that Congress does in fact have a little jail in the basement.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, they have their own dungeon.
I can't wait for the photos.
I know. It's like
it'll be my favorite.
Do the perp walk. That's always fun. I don't know who else would we want to do the perp walk on because I know Barr, Munchin. Actually, that's funny because he was subpoenaed. So they're starting the process. And did you hear Adam Schiff was saying that when they do hold somebody in contempt, they were talking about how much money they should charge them a day?
I think 10,000 is good.
He said 25.
See, I thought that was high.
I didn't.
You didn't really?
No.
I'm just black, man. That shit seems like a lot of money. Like, damn, that's like a quarter of a house in South Bend.
Yeah. But that's okay. I mean, seriously, if you're going to tell your boss, if your boss is telling you don't testify before Congress, you need to have something to say to him. Yeah, fuck you. No, you don't pay me enough.
Is enough. I think 10,000 is enough.
No, 25.
Cool, okay. 25. I see ground to Elizabeth.
Yep. Oh no, I was a tough ass judge, so I don't have a problem doing 25,000.
He knows how to make fines.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get 10 G's fairly quick, but no. So I mean, and it has to be high, and the reason it has to be high is because for Munchin, it has to be something that he will notice, and he's a billionaire, so he won't notice 25,000 right away, but by the 100th day, that's 250 million. What is it? 2.5 million, something like that. It's a significant chunk of change, and they will have to pay it because the other option Congress has is just basically to strip them of their salaries. In fact, that's how we got out of the Vietnam War. They just refused to fund it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's something that I think is going to come up. And one of the things they could do is they could also bundle them together, the contempt hearings and stuff, so that way things will happen a lot quicker. Because the whole point behind all these lawsuits is for Cheato to delay stuff. Well, Congress has an ability to change that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Barr in jail, the little jails. I did not know they had a little one down there. Everybody kept saying they don't have a little one down there. And I was really worried about this because they were like, I was like, where are they going to put him? I was thinking, will they Capitol Police work with them? I don't know. But now that I know that there's a little
Sergeant of Arms has control over the Capitol Police.
Oh, the little jail.
Yeah.
It's going to be filled.
Yeah, it's going to be packed. They're going to be all like, yeah, we're going to have to put you in DC jail.
Suckabee Sanders can be in there. That could be fun. I just want her in jail. I don't even know if she's asked to be there. I need them to invite her so she can go to jail.
Well, you can have McGahn and Barr and then like two other people, and then it'll be too full. And then you'll have Manchin. We'll hold him in contempt and say he has to go to jail. But what would be fun is if they did and they were like, oh, well, we have too many people in our little jail. It's overcrowded. We're going to have to take you to DC.
Yay!
and he would be hanging with all of the regular people in the DC jail. That would be so funny.
Out there in gangs.
Yeah, they'd be all like going, "What you in for?" And it's like some prisoner A would say,
"I want them to put up the white power hand sign." Throw it up. Y'all thought that was cute on the photos, huh? Go ahead, throw that up. That would be so.
Yes. Yeah, I could.
Elizabeth went to a very black school at one point.
Who, me?
Didn't you go to black school before?
No,
Was
no,
a
it
lot
was
of black
very
people?
Hispanic.
Very Hispanic. Oh shit.
My mom
Oh
refused
shit.
to let me go to South Mountain, which is the South Mountain area is where the
The black.
unfortunately we had
Yeah, so you
redlining.
had a black place and then a brown place and then the white people. Oh wow. So you had to go with all the Mexicans?
Scottsdale was the white people.
Mm-hmm.
All of West Phoenix is parts of the barrio, depending on how far north of Baseline you get. There's lots of barrios.
I'd be
I
scared
live
over
in
there
the
too.
barrio right now, for
I'd be scared
instance.
over there sometimes too because they'd be looking at me funny.
And so I can or I used to be able to do this. This is my gang sign here, West Side. You're like such a nerd.
I want a gang sign. I can't think of
Mm,
one. I never could.
yeah. So so I went to I think at the time it was 87% Hispanic, and now it's a lot higher,
Oh
which
yeah.
is, I mean, the thing that annoys me about that is that unlike the Scottsdale kids, they don't get enough resources, which is unfair. But that's a discussion for a different day. Anyway, so I went to I went to a school that had lots of gangs. In fact, we actually had gangs per street. So you had the 39th gang, you had the 38th gang, you had the 37th gang, so you'd have all of these little gangs. And one time they actually had a massive fight at the park across the street. And my best friend was, she was with the stoner kids, which were all the white kids. So they were like in this, they were stuck on this one table, and it was just like 5 of them, and they're all just kind of like sitting there together watching this battle go on around them. And unfortunately she saw somebody get knifed to death, which was fun.
Oh, that's not even that story. Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking murder. Murder. Sorry, I'm jaw rule.
Yeah, so there was in fact a death off campus, unlike the one that we had on campus, but that one was an accident, so it wound up only being a second-degree murder charge and finding a guilt. I think the guy actually got out of jail finally.
Damn. I don't even want to talk about my stories. I'll just leave them alone. But let's just say I know somebody who murdered a child, was the person from a wheelchair, and she one time was going to kill me. I knew it, but I said it to her, and then she laughed, real nasty, like like that. That's how you know it was going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes somebody, you look at somebody and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I should go upstairs and just be scared of this lady in the wheelchair.
Okay. No, I thought you said she killed a kid in a wheelchair, and it's like
she did. No, she was in a wheelchair and she murdered a girl.
Oh wow,
girl. I said I had told everybody, don't ever go near her. Like if she says something to you, like she wants to fight you, don't go over there. They're like, well, she's in a wheelchair. I'm like, be scared because she's crazy. I'm telling you, I told everybody, y'all. It's not my fault that child died. I told everybody. I went and told every fucking body about what she did to me that day.
Wow, that's awful.
She about to get out of jail in a minute. That girl was 15.
Let's just not hook her up with the guy who killed somebody on campus with them.
Okay. Okay.
Let's not hook those two up.
Remember that movie? What was it called? With Brad Pitt and what's her name?
California?
Yeah. Ooh, that movie was scary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could be like that.
Huh. Interesting. Speaking of criminality, which is this entire show, let's talk about that mysterious trip that Giuliani went to that was supposed to take to the Ukraine again.
He was never going to go.
I don't know. He's been there multiple times.
I don't think he was ever going to go. I think that he just said some shit and then Trump, was like, I didn't like what you said. And then he had to walk it back. I think he just blurted some shit out. I don't think he was really ever going to go.
Well,
Giuliani has been saying a lot lately that just like
no. I think that there's more to this than we realize, because remember, Barr refused to answer the question of, did anybody tell you to open an investigation into anyone else?
Oh, so you think that that's what's going on with the? But they're not.
I think that they're going after Biden, but they're doing it
after evidence over there, or what?
Well, I think they're going after Biden because Biden, even though it was like what he did wasn't wrong, because the issue with his son had long since been finished, apparently, or something. I don't know.
He's not his son. Like, Jesus Christ, they're not the same person.
So I think they're going to go after Biden, but they're not going to do it the same way that other people would have done it. They're not going to go directly after. They're going to go after his kids, kind of like the way that mobs or bad mobs do, which is they go after your family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? And the way our media does it, they always tie people together. If you're married or related or whatever
Mhm.
that one's doing, it's automatically the action of the other. So like if his son was doing something, that extends out to him to where like
Mhm.
it's like he was doing it, even though like Biden and his son is like fucking grown forever.
Yeah,
And
his
Biden's
son's
an
in
old
his
man. Like
40s.
did his
I
son
mean,
oh
it's
I
weird that he was having an affair with, or not
okay,
an
I was about to say it. Gossip.
it was weird that he, got with his brother's widow, but,
Mm,
I mean, they both loved
you gonna leave
the
your wife for your brother's widow? What?
I don't know,
Mm,
that's just weird, but
mm,
weirdness aside, the
mm.
fact is that, they're gonna go after Joe Biden's son, I think. That's what I think they're gonna do, and I think they're gonna do that because that's one way of ruining Biden. Because then it'll be like, "Oh, well, you know what? My opponent's just as bad as I am. Look at what's going on with his son." And it's like, "Yeah, there's a difference there. That's his kid. You're the one
Mhm,
committing the crimes. Your kids are too, but it's you."
mhm.
Yeah. So, I have a question. Why can't we use the hacking from the Chinese again?
I don't know. Why can't we?
You
I
know,
think we can.
at this point, I'm like, I think we should tell the Dems, yeah, sure, if the Chinese want
China,
to drop
if
it.
you're listening, could you go ahead and hack maybe if you feel like it, you should go
Mhm,
ahead and think you know what? I think China should do what they please in regards to hacking Trump's financial statements and records and everything about his life. I think they should just if they feel like it, they should. If
mhm.
they don't, they shouldn't. And I think anything they do get, they should publish it.
Yes.
Immediately. Yeah, they should
Yeah.
post it out. I think they should think it. I mean, it's funny. They should put it on greeting cards as jokes and all that stuff, t-shirts, whatever. I'd buy them. I buy
Yeah,
them,
and I buy
China.
a t-shirt with the Cheetos taxes on them.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
I would buy the PP tape, China. I'll
Yeah.
pay for it. I'll pay, let me say about $15. I'll pay about $15.
I'd buy it off of the used rack. I'd just go down
Use rack.
to
I'll let
to
you use mine.
Goodwill.
I'll just send you mine. See,
Oh, okay, there you go.
just you know what? Just make it in the electronic copies and just we'll
Mhm.
download it.
Yep.
I would read a book filled with his any kind of stuff that he has hidden. I'd
Did
read a
you
whole book full of it.
Yeah, did you read, David K. Johnston's book on Cheeto?
Not yet.
One of these days I should, ask him to come on the show. He'll say no or just ignore me, but I should do that because I like his work. He's a very good author. I would recommend that book. It's very detailed and it describes how, basically Cheeto is like the world's worst criminal, both in the fact that he's totally incompetent and because he's really bad as a person.
Mhm.
So, yeah. But I think that there's going to be, yeah, Hydrosaur is all like, I'd buy a shirt with with Cheeto's indictment or his articles of impeachment. That is a good T-shirt. We should do that. I will talk to Yo Mis Iquesos about that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So,
Mhm.
but I think there's going to be more. I think that pretty much, like I said, I think Cheeto is going to be like Joe Arpaio. He's going to open a ton of investigations into all of his opponents, and I'm pretty sure that there's one on anybody who's like in the top 10.
Mhm.
And it's just something we're going to have to deal with until we can get rid of this asshole. But hopefully we can get rid of him by having him dragged out by his heels, kicking and screaming.
Mhm.
That'd be funny.
I
All
don't
right.
think, and when Nancy said she doesn't think he's gonna go quietly, she's right, man. It's not that necessarily that we can't get him out. He's gonna try to do some shit and fuck shit up on the way out, dog. To try, man, I swear I don't trust him.
Mm-mm.
And everybody that he hired, you need to fire their ass if you can. Got to get rid of anybody he brought in because that's how he's gonna fucking not go quietly. Fuck him.
Exactly.
Get him out of there.
Yep. And just remember, we need to all volunteer and help Kamala and make sure that she gets in there because we need a prosecutor.
We need a prosecutor. I'm at that point where I'm like, damn, do we need two prosecutors? Who else is a fucking prosecutor? We need another one. No, man.
I don't know if I want to have Harris Kolobakar.
Amy's mean. Get her ass in there.
Well, yeah, the vice presidential candidate is usually supposed to be the enforcer, so I could see that. Yeah.
I could see Amy's ass going down there and fucking up some motherfuckers in the Senate and being like, cause she know all their business and shit. Ain't her business ain't came out until she started running for president. She must have some skills in that Senate where she knows how to fucking put her thumbs on somebody's nerve, right? So she knows your business, and I want her to tell me everything about Lindsey Graham.
Well,
For
we
our
all
lunch,
know that Lindsey Graham. You know what? We should all look up his chief of staff and see what they look like. Yep. Speaking of the South, oh, by the way, support Jamie Harrison. He was running against Lindsey Graham in South Carolina. So if you have extra time when you're not helping out Kamala, or if you are helping out Kamala, make sure that you take some gear or some lit for Jamie Harrison and be all like, he's the best thing since sliced bread, even though he's like, 50 years younger than it, but he's also 50 years younger than Lindsey Graham, and we need somebody young and virile in that office. Okay. Now let's talk about the South, because the South has decided to just completely go insane.
Okay, so they're trying to ban being a female in the South.
Yes. No, they're trying to ban being a black female and a poor white female.
Well, yeah, because that's the bulk of us. They don't really want you regular working class ones either. You ain't shit neither. So calm the fuck down.
Yeah. So what they're trying to do is they want to make being a black woman who has a miscarriage illegal.
And you need to go to jail.
And if you're a poor white woman who wants to get an abortion, they want to force you to have that kid so a rich white woman can then take your baby.
So those are slave catchers, but they like to catch the poor white women. So you guys are slaves. Okay.
Yeah. They want poor white women to have babies for rich white women.
They want to enslave your womb. Yes, I said it. They want to enslave your womb, poor white women.
Yes. Did you read the bill?
I did not, because it made me cry when, man, nah.
Can't read that. I read it. It was just absolutely insane.
I can't fucking read that shit. Fuck, man.
They basically said it's now the stated policy of the state of Georgia that an 6-week-old fetus or older is the equal to a human being, which a lot of lawyers were like, what are you going to do when you incarcerate the mother? Because you can't incarcerate a child against its will just because you incarcerated the mother.
Yep. But you know what? Maybe we need to fucking humanize prisons.
Yeah, maybe you know what? That'll probably be what wind up happening.
Stop being so fucking institutionalized. Maybe we need to stop seeing prison as somewhere to just store people and start seeing it as a way to rehabilitate you. Maybe there need to be levels to where you have a little bit more freedom and you have a little bit easier way into society rather than just put you in a box somewhere and then let you out. Because, they're not transitioning properly. So maybe we need to humanize the way we have the whole justice system. It's just too distant. It's too over there. It's too out of your face. Too much not of a problem. We need to bring these inmates to where we have to see them every day. We need to fucking see them. Nonviolent criminals who are incarcerated, we need to see them more. We need to see them because we're not seeing them. And that's why it's okay to store them and put them away. So we need way more halfway houses, way more programs like that rather than putting people behind bars. A lot of these women aren't doing anything that they should be locked up for. Away in a prison cell. Not really.
Yeah. And in Georgia, apparently expressing dissatisfaction with being pregnant, because my mom hated being pregnant. She absolutely hated it. She never had an actual abortion, but she had, I think, 3 miscarriages before she was able to hold a pregnancy to term. That was my sister. And as she said, when she found out she was pregnant with me, she was like, oh, I don't want to have, I wish I wasn't pregnant because I hate being pregnant. I just wish you to have the baby right now. And if she had said that to a doctor in Georgia and then later lost the pregnancy, guess where she went?
They investigate her ass for murder.
And the way that they get around HIPAA is HIPAA has a criminal violation exception. So you can get access to medical records if there is a crime that is being investigated. And so that's why this bill is so pernicious, is because it's taking after women's medical records. And there'll be doctors who are like, well, I didn't think that she was, enthusiastic enough about her baby. or she wasn't upset enough after losing the baby. And for all we know, and she's in the emergency room, this is like her 5th pregnancy loss, and she's just numb to it. We don't know, and he doesn't know, but he's going to report her. And that's going to be basically the way it is. And it's not like going to be one of those situations where, they only figure it out after like the 10th kid has died. They're just, yeah. So it's a bad bill. It's unconstitutional on the surface. And it's going to result. There is one humorous example, because I would tell people when I was on the bench and they were charged with HOV lane violations, I would say that you had to have a live born human in the passenger seat or in the back. You could not be pregnant, and it could not be a dead person. It had to be a live human. So what's going to happen is, now that these people are considered to be, or a pregnant woman is considered to be 2 people, for purposes,
fucking shit.
What she could do is she could go to court and she'd be all like, "Well, I'm pregnant," and the judge will be all like, "But you don't look pregnant."
I need 2 paychecks. What the fuck? My kid's here. Yeah. Do I get 2 paychecks?
Yeah, no, she would. So there, and they would be all like going, "Well, you're gonna have to pee on a stick to prove that you're pregnant." Or you're gonna have to bring the notice of pregnancy from your doctor. And then she's gonna be able to say, "Well, yeah, you can't pull me over because of that." Some women, they don't show until very late in their pregnancy.
Oh, God, not me. I look fat the whole time you guys should see me. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, that's just because, you walk around with a fake belly.
I'm short. So, like, I really do look like that. God, that the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when she blew up like a blueberry. That's what I look like when I'm pregnant. And like when I'm laying down, cannot get up. Ugh.
Oh, that's just horrible.
Too round. I'm too round.
I'm just glad I had never. Okay, that's not true. I miscarried at 3 months once, but I've only been pregnant once. So, yeah, the kid would be 15 now.
Oh, wow.
No, 14. 14. Yeah, turning 15 this year. So, but yes, I think that this bill was basically designed to be the one that overturns Roe v. Wade. And it's
gonna, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, it's gonna have a problem because you can't declare a fetus to be an actual human, because then you're running into 13th Amendment rights.
Yeah.
Because at that point in time, you're telling women, well, you are now in involuntary servitude to a fetus, because you have to provide sustenance to this fetus. You don't have a choice. You have to. And no, that's not the way it works. So yeah, I don't think this bill is going to stand. And I don't think
so either.
It turns Roe v. Wade.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They're probably going to overturn that shit. You know what? Let me tell you.
They are going to overturn it, but it's not going to be with this.
Something, you crazy right wingers. Everything you push, we're going to push back twice as hard. So you need to get ready. Because all this shit y'all been doing this last few years with Trump, oh, God, it's going to make you cry when we get power back. Because we're not going to feel like compromising with you this time. Obama felt like, oh, whatever. And you was like, what? Let me slap you, blah, blah. And he kept on turning the other cheek. As soon as I run out of face, bitch, I'm done. I'm fucking getting you. So it's not going to be like it is before. I don't even talk to y'all like y'all humans anymore.
Because they're not. I mean, they are human, but they're
human. I don't talk to them like they are. And that's one of the things I see is the difference. I used to talk to them like they were equal people to me. And I'm like, if you hold that position and you want to control me, you're not even fucking real to me.
Yeah. And so Alabama tried to one up Georgia with it by sneaking.
Thanks, Alabama.
But then the Democrats were like, what? And they threw such a fit that they got it stopped. But it was going to put a doctor in jail for 99 years if convicted for providing an abortion.
It was horrible.
Yeah. And then Ohio decided to just what? I don't know if this guy reads a lot of science fiction, because there's a couple of sci-fi series that I know of, and I'm sure there's lots more that have if a woman gets pregnant, then she can have the blastocyst removed and then stuck into a jar, and it then is allowed to grow into a human baby, and they called it uterine replicators. So I thought that was I was like, really? Because they said if you have an ectopic pregnancy, you have to the doctor has to put it in the proper spot in the
See,
womb.
and that is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard of. To me, this is like this is what happens when you let men make up legislation for women's wombs and vaginas, especially men that are scared of fucking pussy. They probably never been down there and even fucking got close to it and looked at it. You know, those are the I can't find the clitoris motherfuckers. And you let them have control over some shit. Old
That's
ass
one of the
fucking
reasons
old ass crackers. You crazy.
Sorry.
Stop sending old ass crackers to go fucking, you know, run shit. Thanks. Got to stop that shit. Don't even send oyster crackers.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Alabama bill will be back in a week.
Well, that's just getting struck down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. One of these bills is going to be successful, but they keep writing them in such stupid ways that the Supreme Court is going to be like, nah, it's not the right one. Nah, it's not the right one.
To me, I don't feel like they can write them any less stupid because they have to outdo themselves every time. You know,
yes, this
they're
is true.
They're up at the ante every time to keep their fucking base excited and shit. And that's the only reason they fail. Yeah, to me, that's the only reason they fail. And that's why I don't want for Trump impeached. People fucking don't get me, and you don't feel me. I don't want Pence. That bitch will write that shit. He will have he will get somebody to write that shit to where it will fucking make it. And you guys don't see what I'm saying. Trump is it's ridiculous, right? He's extreme. He's so ridiculous that they feel comfortable striking his shit down because he's fucking ridiculous. He's bloody out of his mind. And everybody's trying to go one up each other. We kind of need Trump there. Y'all don't see what I'm seeing. We need him there as a reflection point so that they can look at us and be like, oh shit, okay, at least the fucking liberals are fucking sane. And that's why I don't really want him out before fucking elections. Fuck that. I want the election to be Trump running up there looking like a fucking clown, and the people that feel stupid for voting for him last time to fucking either not vote or come and vote for us. Period.
Yes.
That's what I want. And y'all need to stop pushing that fucking impeachment now shit because you're pissing me off because you don't have no strategy. You're all tactics. But I feel like this and they'll feel like that. I know how you feel. I feel the same way. But at the same time, come on, man. What do you need? We need him to actually be gone with Pence gone and everybody gone. We don't need him. We don't need somebody to take his place that's just like him, but smarter. What the fuck what do we need that for?
Even though Pence isn't smarter, he's better at hiding his evil.
Yeah, he's smarter because of that. That makes you smarter, because you can get away with way more shit. Trump doesn't get away with the shit like other people do. George Bush got away with so much shit. That nigga was dumb as fuck. But he got away with so much shit because he wasn't as openly he wasn't a caricature all the time like this. Although I felt like he was a caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was still like, kind of a president. Kind of. Trump ain't a president. He's a fucking
Bush too. He was a regular politician, so he followed norms. He broke a lot of norms, but he did follow quite a few of them.
He was a neocon, but whatever.
Cheato is not a normal politician. He's not a politician at all. He's not been trained to be a politician. So for him, it doesn't matter. Plus, he doesn't think laws apply to him because they never have.
They never have. And he's living in a fantasy world. You have a cartoon. He's a cartoon person. And, that's what we kind of need to run against. That and, hey, healthcare, we can straighten that out. Hey, we can straighten this out. All the shit he's fucking up, we can straighten that out. Tax cuts, we're going to get rid of them. We're going to repeal that shit.
70% tax rates on the rich. Woo!
We don't even need to tell them how much. We're just going to tell them. I'm the type that says we shouldn't tell them exactly how much because we're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to look at shit and see exactly what we're going to have to do. And the rich people are going to have to pay more. And the people in the middle, we're going to have to cut that shit because they're paying a lot with what the rich don't pay. So we're going to have to start easing it up on the middle. And we're going to have to look and see what they did with the poor with their fucking, their payroll taxes and how they fucked those up and fix that. We're going to undo that and give them a little bit of something to, help them out. But like, the way the way people are just screaming and what is wrong with you? Do you really think that the emotional value you get out of watching Trump be impeached, which you don't really know what it is enough to sacrifice 2020. And they're like, well, stop. Yeah, we need Nancy to stop, playing politics. Bitch, she's a politician. That's her
That's the
fucking job.
point.
That's what she got hired to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Would you tell a porn model to stop fucking? No, you don't. You tell her to do what she got to do. What are you talking about? People do what they're supposed to do. That's her job.
You haven't seen Stormy Daniels' timeline then.
Well, they tell her to stop fucking all the time. It's like, bitch, what are you talking about? It's her job. Leave people alone. Let them do their jobs. So yeah, we have a lot of people that spend a lot of time just screaming. And I saw what happened with what's her name? That one lady. She got really into hating on Pelosi. And they all wanted to resign. Why do you guys get so deeply involved in somebody you meet on Twitter that you just whatever they say goes? Like she might be great at international, an expert on authority. Yeah, she might be an expert on authority. She is okay. What does that have to do with the impeachment process? It's not the same,
No, because we're here in the United States. We don't have the same histories. We don't have the same procedures.
There's not the same confluence of factors. Yeah, so it's a different the way they come to power over there. Sure, he is involved with some of those same people, and I understand her feelings about that might bleed into our system. Yeah, some of it will. It will never be the same issue because we don't see things like that. We don't have a system like that.
Yeah, it's a very different process for us to get rid of our presidents who are acting like that.
Yeah,
we don't have the same. And the thing that kind of basically turned me off of her was when she was saying, well, Obama just handed it over. And it's like, what the fuck was Obama supposed to do?
What do you expect him to do? Like it's almost like being an international expert in something over there kind of leans that you neglect some of the shit that you need to know about domestic politics and how domestic politics are. I'm more domestic politics. That's what I care about. I don't care about, and I wouldn't know shit about what she does over there, and because I just don't. But
is she good for showing what's happening? Yes. Is she good for showing what this resolution is?
Yes.
No.
She's not a psychic, and she's not really in tune with how the processes work here as much as she is over there. To me, it's like because sometimes I'm like reading it and I'm like, wait, that's not what impeachment is. It doesn't do that. And she's saying, oh, take him out of power. That's not what the impeachment process does in the House. And it never has been what it does in the House. The House impeachment process will not remove a president from power. It does not take one bit of his power away from him. And they're like, well, it takes away his power to pardon. Oh, no, it doesn't, baby. Bill Clinton was pardoning motherfuckers while he was impeached. So you need to fucking go back and look. Impeachment does not do that. Stop it. It doesn't do anything to a president.
No, even the censure that they did, it's like, because one of the reasons why Comey was still mad at the Clintons is because he was part of the Mark Rich investigation when, as one of the last things that Clinton did when he left office was pardon Mark Rich, who, quite frankly, that was a corrupt act. Clinton shouldn't have done that, but he did it.
Thank you. And
the reason why they never did anything about it is because the president's ability to pardon is almost unlimited. It's not universal. Allowed to do an offer of, well, if you commit a crime, I'll pardon you.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, but
if you committed a crime, even if it was helping him, he can do it.
Yeah,
he can't set it up like that in advance. But he can help his friend.
Yeah, and Hydrosaur had is it Hydrosaur? I may be getting it wrong. Yeah, Hydrosaur. She had I don't know which gender you are, so I apologize if I misgendered you. They said that there's a confusion of the conviction in the Senate, which does the actual removal. They may have it because you can't pardon that. And that's the reason why Nixon was able to be pardoned by Ford was because of the fact that he
never went through the whole process.
He didn't go through the whole process. So yeah. Anyway, we are at our hour.
And I said we
don't do an hour because we're trying to only do an hour. Oh, he's a guy. Sorry. I was like, oh, Hydrosaur, you're a girl. I was like, no, I feel bad. I'm sorry. So anyway, so when it comes to our show, we try to only stick to an hour, and then we'll be throwing this up on Podbean because I'm going to give it to Ed. And I just wanted to kind of briefly go over. As of right now, Bianca just has a pretty picture of herself up, but eventually she's going to be physically here. You will be able to see her because we're going to have a camera on her. So she's going to teach me how to properly apply makeup, right?
I guess so.
Somebody needs to. I don't know how to do it.
Oh God, we'll do tutorials. I'll send them to you, and then we can go here. And can we do a tutorial and be on here together? We can do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all right, we can do that.
Yeah. So we'll do a tutorial, and but we're going to take most of the month of June off because we're going to be revamping the show quite a bit. We're going to have like proper setups for video where we'll have like soundproofing things on walls and stuff, but we will periodically do live streams throughout the month just to kind of like start testing things out and also talk to you guys and get your feedback at what you want. So yeah, so we're going to take formally we're going to take the month of June off. It's also my 40th birthday month, so I want to have the month off to celebrate my 40th. And I'm going to be going to Chicago. Bianca's not coming with me because she's unfun.
Chicago?
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Touristy crap.
I did find I don't know, man. It sounds good.
Well, I did find a chop house that's run by women only. Mm-hmm. It's the chef is a woman, the owner is a woman. It's very feminist, and so we're gonna go there for my birthday dinner, and then after that we're gonna go to Drunk Shakespeare. So that should be fun. Yeah, so we're gonna wind up doing stuff like that. But yeah, so next week will be our last show for a month because we're taking Memorial Day weekend off because it's the end of the season, and then we're going to switch things up to where everybody will be on video, and hopefully that'll help build our numbers some. And we'll of course do live streams so that way we can have audience interaction because I enjoy it. Do you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do.
So, all right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.